Have you ever sat at your desk during a long, exhausting day at work or while finishing up a difficult homework assignment and completely dreamed of quitting it all just to play video games all day? It sounds like the absolute ultimate modern dream, right? For generations, parents used to tell their kids that playing video games was a complete waste of time and that staring at a screen would never pay the bills or build a real career. But then the internet completely changed the rules of the game, and suddenly playing video games became one of the most lucrative entertainment industries on the entire planet. We constantly see the massive, shiny headlines all over our social media feeds about popular streamers making absolute millions of dollars. We see them buying huge, beautiful mansions, driving luxury sports cars, and signing massive exclusive broadcasting contracts that rival the salaries of professional athletes. But today we are going to sit down and talk about what is really happening behind that brightly glowing screen. It is a fascinating story about big promises, hidden numbers, and how a multi-billion-dollar global company completely changed the way an entire generation of young people thinks about playing games. Welcome back to the channel, friends, where we always look past the flashy headlines and try to figure out how the digital economy really works in our everyday lives. Today, we are looking very closely at Twitch, the massive live streaming platform that is now owned by Amazon. And we are going to gently break down exactly why the beautiful dream of becoming a full-time streamer might actually be one of the most brilliant and completely exhausting illusions on the entire internet. But before we jump into the numbers and explore this digital world together, please do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button right now, leave a friendly comment down below, and let me know if you have ever tried streaming yourself or tell me who your absolute favorite content creator is. Your support truly means the world to me, and it helps this video reach more people who might find this conversation helpful and eye-opening. Let us rewind the clock a little bit and look at how this massive phenomenon all started. Back in the year 2011, Twitch actually started as a quirky little online experiment called Justin TV. It was just a simple website designed as a place for people to broadcast their everyday lives on the internet using basic webcams. But the creators quickly noticed something incredibly interesting happening on their platform. It became very obvious that people absolutely loved watching other people play video games. There was something deeply comforting and entertaining about hanging out in a digital chat room while watching someone navigate a difficult level or pull off an amazing play, so they completely rebranded the gaming section as Twitch and fast forward. A few years later, Amazon recognized the incredible potential and bought the entire platform for nearly $1 billion, turning it into an absolute cultural powerhouse that completely dominates the live streaming industry today. Twitch heavily markets a very specific and very beautiful idea to millions of young, hopeful gamers all over the world. The core idea they sell is that if you simply work hard enough, build a fun and welcoming community, and stay consistent with your schedule, you can actually get paid real money just to sit in the comfort of your own bedroom and play your absolute favorite games with your internet friends. And the mainstream media helps push this exact same idea every single day of the week. We are constantly flooded with news stories about massive viral subathons where a popular streamer stays live on camera for a whole entire month, literally sleeping on stream and making hundreds of thousands of dollars, while their loyal fans continuously donate money to keep a timer ticking. Or we hear about huge competitive bidding wars where rival platforms like Kick or YouTube offer multi-million-dollar contracts just to convince a top creator to bring their audience over to a new site. When a regular, hard-working person sees these incredible headlines, they naturally start to think to themselves, wow, if that person can make $10 million just by playing games in their room, maybe I can make just enough money to pay my monthly rent and buy my groceries. It feels incredibly accessible because the barrier to entry seems so unbelievably low. Compared to starting a traditional business, you do not need a fancy college degree or a massive business loan from a bank to get started. All you really need is a decent computer, a basic webcam, a microphone, and a stable internet connection. So millions of people started excitedly hitting that go live button, hoping to build their own little digital empire and escape the traditional 9-to-5 work grind. But in the year 2021, something really unexpected and truly revealing happened. A massive data leak hit the internet. And for the very, very first time, the public actually got to see the real exact payout numbers for every single streamer on the Twitch platform. And the reality of those leaked numbers was honestly pretty heartbreaking to look at. The data showed a completely staggering level of financial inequality that most people never realized existed on the platform. It revealed that the top 1% of streamers were actually capturing almost all of the money being generated on the entire website. In fact, the absolute top 0.1% of creators were making an incredibly massive portion of the total revenue, taking home millions of dollars every single year. But when you scrolled past those famous millionaires and looked at the vast, overwhelming majority of the millions of everyday people streaming, You saw that they were making literally pennies for hours and hours of hard work to really understand why it is so incredibly difficult to make a living on Twitch. We need to look at how their business model actually works. It all comes down to a system called the Twitch affiliate program. When you first start streaming, you do not make any money at all to even unlock the ability to get paid. You have to reach affiliate status, which means you need to gather 50 followers and maintain an average of 3 concurrent viewers over a certain period of time. Now, reaching 3 average viewers does not sound too hard, right? You might think you could just ask your mom, your best friend, and your sibling to leave your stream open in a browser tab, but once you finally hit that milestone and get invited to the affiliate program, the financial math gets really tough and very eye-opening. Let us do some very simple, friendly math together to see what being an affiliate actually means for your bank account. When a kind and supportive viewer decides they want to support your channel, they can pay $5.99 for a standard tier, 1 monthly subscription. You might naturally think that because it is your channel and your hard work, you get to keep most of that money, but Twitch takes a massive 50% cut right off the top before the money ever reaches your account. So for every roughly $6 subscription that a fan buys, you only take home about $3. Now think about what it takes to actually pay your bills. To make a very modest full-time income of around $3,000 a month before taxes, you would need roughly 1,000 active paying subscribers every single month. And anyone who has ever tried to build an audience online can tell you that getting 1,000 different human beings to voluntarily give you their money on the internet every 30 days is incredibly difficult. And it is not just the harsh subscription split that makes it incredibly hard to survive. Twitch has also made changes over the years to how much they pay smaller creators for running advertisements on their streams, often paying only tiny fractions of a cent per view, which makes it even harder for smaller creators to build a reliable and steady income. But the financial cost actually starts long before the streamer ever receives their first paycheck to even try to compete in the modern streaming world. Young creators feel massive pressure to have a perfect professional setup. They spend thousands of dollars on high-end graphics, cards, expensive dual monitor setups, mechanical keyboards, professional grade microphones, and fancy LED lighting. They are putting themselves deep into credit card debt to build a broadcast studio in their bedroom, all for the chance to stream to an empty digital room. But the toughest part of the whole system is not actually the money or the expensive gear. It is the algorithm and the completely exhausting content treadmill that streamers get trapped on Twitch. It is fundamentally a live broadcasting platform, which means you only truly exist in their ecosystem when you're actually live on camera. If a YouTuber takes a week off to rest, their older videos can still get views and generate passive income while they sleep. But if a Twitch streamer takes a week off to go on a family vacation, or simply because they are feeling sick and need to rest, they make absolutely $0 during that time. And they run a very real risk of losing their audience completely. The Twitch algorithm heavily favors people who stream for long hours every single day because it keeps viewers on the website longer. So creators end up trapped on an endless, exhausting digital treadmill. They become completely terrified that if they miss a single day or log off too early, their viewers will go find someone else to watch and cancel their financial support. This creates massive amounts of anxiety and burnout for people who just wanted to play games and have fun. They start skipping meals, they stop hanging out with their real-life friends, and they completely sacrifice their physical and mental health just to keep the stream running. There are currently millions of active broadcasters on Twitch who stream to 0, 1, or 2 viewers every single day. They sit in their rooms, talking into the void for 4 or 5 hours at a time, hoping that someone will scroll down to the bottom of the directory and click on their face. They put their absolute heart and soul into being entertaining, trying to keep their energy up in a completely empty digital room. But because of how the platform is structured to only promote the most popular channels, they might only earn a few dollars after a whole entire month of dedicated broadcasting. It is a completely brilliant system. If you are Amazon, the massive multi-billion-dollar corporation gets millions of hours of free live content created every single day by hopeful young gamers who are dreaming of making it big. The platform gets to run advertisements and sell data based on all of this free labor, and the company only ever has to pay a meaningful amount of money to the tiny absolute fraction of people who make it to the very, very top. It is very similar to the dynamic we see in other parts of the creator economy, where a beautiful promise of creative independence ends up benefiting the platform much more than the creator. There is this lovely dream of being your own boss and building a community, but for the vast majority of people, it turns into a brutal, exhausting grind where the algorithm always wins and the creator eventually completely burns out. Now, please do not misunderstand me. This absolutely does not mean you should not stream if you genuinely love doing it. Playing video games with your friends, sharing your hobbies, and building a small, cozy community online can be incredibly fun and deeply rewarding. There's nothing wrong with wanting to share your gaming moments with the world. But it is so incredibly important to understand the real math behind the platform before you make any huge life decisions like quitting your day job or dropping out of school. The dream of being a full-time professional streamer is very real, but only for a very tiny group of lucky and hardworking people. For everyone else, it is so much healthier and much more enjoyable to treat it like a fun hobby rather than a guaranteed paycheck. We have to remember that our worth is not defined by how many concurrent viewers we have or how many digital subscribers we can get. It is perfectly okay to just play video games for the pure joy of playing them without trying to turn every single hobby into a full-time hustle. The internet has a really clever way of convincing us that if we are not monetizing our free time, we are somehow failing, but protecting your peace of mind and your love for gaming is worth so much more than $3 a month from a Twitch subscription. If you found this friendly and honest look at the creator economy helpful, and if it gave you a better understanding of how the streaming world really works behind the scenes, please do me a massive favor and hit that like button right now. It really helps this channel grow and lets the algorithm know that these honest, thoughtful conversations matter to people. Like, you share this video with a friend who loves watching streams, or maybe even someone who wants to start streaming themselves so they can go into it with a healthy mindset. We are going to keep looking into the fascinating stories behind money technology and how they affect our daily lives, and I absolutely cannot wait to share the next chapter with you. Until next time, remember to take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Stay curious, ask good questions, and always remember to play your favorite games just because you love them, not just because you want to get paid. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today, and I will see you in the next video.